Japan is an island country located in the Northeast Pacific Ocean. Since the 1950s, the country has become one of the most economically and technologically advanced societies in the world. But did you know that Japanese culture is often stereotyped as homogeneous? When speaking to a Japanese person, it is important to know a few things about their communication styles and their traditions. I chose Japanese culture because I have always wanted to go to Japan since I can remember. I have always found their culture and the way they dress very interesting and unique. Someday you might want to go to Japan, or you might even meet a Japanese person here in the United States. The information you receive from the speech can make you feel more comfortable communicating with them from that culture. First, I will explain how Japanese people greet each other. Then I will tell you 2 ways that they verbally communicate. Lastly, I will tell you 2 ways that they communicate non-verbally. The most common way to greet someone is by bowing. The style, depth, and length of the bow depends on the social context. Bowing takes place in many instances where usually handshakes would be given out like we do, but they bow instead. Now you know a little bit about bowing. Here are some ways that they communicate verbally. There are 2 ways that they verbally communicate by showing respect to others. Japanese people are mostly indirect communicators. They are sometimes ambiguous when they are answering questions as a way to keep the peace. Their disagreements that must be discussed are usually done in private and at a later time so no one else can hear their argument. Now that you have learned some other verbal ways they communicate, here are some ways that they communicate non-verbally. There are 2 common non-verbal ways that they communicate in showing respect. Minimal physical contact is preferred. They try to avoid displays of affection between opposite genders are also very common. Eye contact is also very important in the culture. Indirect eye contact is the norm as direct eye contact because direct contact can be intimidating. It is very common when speaking with an elder or someone with a higher ranking. People will usually look at another part of the person's face. I hope that you got a better understanding about the Japanese communication styles. I hope that you remember that when talking to a Japanese person, you will respect them if they don't make full eye contact with you. And if they are bowing, they are doing it out of respect. Maybe you will get to travel to Japan or meet someone there and get to use some of this information from the speech. The sources I use is from Cultural Atlas, SBS.com, and Point Park EDU, Business Nonverbal Communication / Japan.